2 years ago, we bought our first e-bikes.
Yeah.
And it is now April of 2025. So we bought them in April of 2023. Actually, it's just been like maybe a day or two. So why am I telling you? Because of this product right here, FlatOut. Slightly after, I'm gonna say like maybe a week after we bought our bikes, we were concerned about getting flats like anybody else would be.
We were wanting to ride a lot of trails, that type of thing. And when in our experience when we were younger and we would ride on our acoustic bikes, he got a lot of flats.
A lot of flats.
Yeah.
I mean, terrible amount of flats. But we had those little skinny tires on, and we rode mostly on the Katy Trail in our area, which is just crushed limestone. And so I was always getting flats. So I was petrified when I thought, oh my God, I'm going to get flats on my e-bike. Well,
yeah, I mean, 30 miles away from the house, it's not so bad when you're 2 miles and you can just walk back, but
right.
You don't want to walk 30 miles.
Right, you don't want to walk 30 miles, but more importantly for me is I was afraid because I was new to e-bikes and I saw that hub motor on the back of it, and I'm thinking every single time that I have to change my tire, I'm going to have to try to figure out how to get that back tire off. Now, since then, I've learned how it's not a big deal to get that tire off of there, or the wheel off.
Yeah.
But I thought that was going to be a big deal. So I was petrified. So back to that, we bought FlatOut, and it feels like I'm doing
You're getting my face there.
Yeah. Now, the thing is with FlatOut, let's tell you up front, we bought this with our own money, and we bought 2 years ago, we bought FlatOut with our own money. So we are in no way sponsored, and we're in no way to tell you something so that you'll go out and buy some of this. But what I'm going to tell you is go out and buy some of this. We don't get a kickback, we don't get anything. It has saved us. And the reason I want to share this with you is that, you know, this really is a review, but this review is just more of a testimony because I haven't found any in 2 years. I haven't found one drawback to using this product.
Right.
But I have found all benefits for it. First of all, it's easy to install. It's not expensive. And 2 years of riding our e-bikes, I have 5,200 miles on my e-bike, and I have never had a flat until just a few weeks ago.
Right. We were on the Katy Trail.
We're on the Katy Trail.
We ride it all the time.
And the problem is not FlatOut. It was me. 5,200 miles on the same tires. So my rear tire was exhausted. It was terrible. So
and he knew it was going to have to do
I knew
that.
it. And it was, but you know, it's been, you know, it's cold. We ride our bikes to work every chance we can get. Even when it's too cold or too hot, we ride them anyway. Yeah. Because we basically want to substitute
riding our bikes for driving our car.
Yeah.
We only live about 4.5 miles from the place that the store that we own. So it's really, it's a great commute for us to do it by bike. Now it is across town, so we have to deal with a lot of traffic, but it has pretty much replaced us driving to work every single day.
Right. So when we can, we will use our bikes. I mean, we even used it one time. It was 2 below zero, and we had to get some jobs out at work, and our truck and our car wouldn't start.
Yeah.
So we had no choice, and it was cold, but we got there. So I'm getting off the subject. Anyway, we use our bikes a lot, and we need to depend on them. And whether we're doing it for work or whether we're doing it for pleasure, then you don't want to have to stop and try to figure out what you're going to do with your with your bike for a flat. So this has been a lifesaver. Let me get back to my story. I'm all over the place. A few weeks ago, we were riding our bikes. We were about maybe 13 miles away from our house.
Right.
And I knew my tire was bald, but I wasn't thinking about it because I've been getting by with it, and it wasn't warm yet. So I had ordered my FlatOut.
But you hadn't put it in yet.
I hadn't got my new tire in. I hadn't got my new tube in. I hadn't done anything. So I'm riding on borrowed time, and I knew it. So we were headed back. We were probably about we hadn't gone very far, maybe about 11 miles from getting home.
And you, I don't know what you hit.
Probably just a rock.
Yeah.
Right.
There was
But
a lot of limbs down too because it was really windy that day. But
yeah, but my tire was so worn that it was down to the actual tube.
yeah,
So it had worn through the treads of the
was a
tire,
hole in it.
and it was a hole in it. And so we heard this, right? And I was like, oh boy, I got a flat tire, which surprised me because in 2 years I hadn't experienced that at all. And so it, as I was stopping, I could hear
a sound.
I could hear a sound, but then that sound was starting to lessen and lessen
Pretty quickly.
Yeah. And so I looked at it and I was like, wow, that sealed it right back up. And so I went a little further. It's like, okay, we'll see how far we can get. And so we went a little bit further, and sure enough, again, did it again. So this time I actually looked at it and I realized that in my tread, not only was a hole, but there was a rock in that hole. So I just flicked that out and a bunch of air kind of came out at once. And then all of a sudden, it just sealed. I put some more air in it, and then I drove back home, and I drove to work a couple different times with it while my tire was coming in.
Right.
And I got my new tire, and I was going to put FlatOut in it, but then I thought, no, I need to share this with you so that you can understand what you need to get for your bike.
Right.
So what we're going to do today is that we're going to show you how we install this product in on our bike. I only have one tire to actually do today because my other tire's fine. As much as I'm gonna let it be, I'm gonna be cheap, I guess, with my tires.
You're gonna get.
I need to order more.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and install this and show you how we install it. It's super easy. There's about 3 simple steps to doing it. So check it out. We'll show you how to do it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this put into the bike, actually, this FlatOut. And it comes in a package like this, and it's got its own little applicator. Now, they said to make sure, do not take off this little cap here. You want to just grab it and pull this part out. Look at that. Comes right out, a little hose. All right, like that. And then on here, there is this little valve. Take this off, and you can see that.
Yeah.
That little valve there is actually a tool that you can use to put on to, or actually take the stem out of your inner tube. All right. So I'm going to try this little stem and see if it works. I'm going to see what happens here. I guess I gotta let all the air out first, huh? I want to get that turned around like that and start taking it out. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it wants to work real good for me. No, it doesn't. So, plan B, I'm going to get I have another tool here that actually came with the kit that we bought 2 years ago.
Right.
So I'm going to grab that real quick and we'll use that. All right. So now I'm down here with the new tool, and I can get this guy out of here now. All right. You don't want this guy to go flying. All right. There it goes. All right. Yeah, come up here and check this out.
Your bike is trying to fall over.
Is it trying to fall over?
Yeah.
All right. My bike's trying to fall over, but this right here, can you see that? That's my valve stem. Got that in focus there?
Yep, I think so.
Right. That's my valve stem. That's what you want to take out. So put this in a safe place. I'll be right back. As you can see, this is a lot easier to get this out with this tool. And like I said, this tool came with the pack, but I'm sure you can get this on Amazon or any other place if you want. It's just a inner tube stem remover.
Yeah.
So, all right, so use that. So now the next step is now that I've got this off of here, see that? This little part on, this is still stuck on here, and then it's telling me that I need to put a quarter of this in. So it looks like it's just a little bit
Over.
under where it is here. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
see
do just
that.
a little bit less than
Right.
that and squeeze that into here. And to put it on, the manufacturer says to make sure that your tire is at the 3 o'clock position. In this case, maybe if I'm looking at it with the 9 o'clock position, but you understand what I'm saying. Stick this onto here like that, and then squeeze her in there.
It's a little tough to figure out the quarter, so you might want to stop halfway.
Stop and kind of check it.
Yeah.
See where we're at here. Can we see that? See, we got
Yes,
just
we
a little
can.
bit down. All right, let's get some more in there. Nope, you're starting to goop out the other side. Where that's coming from. But anyway, that stuff's nasty. All right, here we go.
And we're looking at how much we put in.
Still
we still
in
need
there.
to put in quite a bit.
Oh, and I came off here. See, look at this. Look at that. All over my bike. All right, it's just part of it. I think the reason why this is coming off of here is because I have a really short
Valve stem.
valve stem here.
Or, I'm sorry, air.
Yeah, valve stem.
Yeah, okay.
It's really short, but it's working out. Let me check that one more time. We still need more in. Just squeeze it in until it all goes in. You can see it go in. Check it one more time. Just a little bit more. I don't want to get too much, right?
All right.
All right, here we go. I'm dripping more out.
It looks
I
like you're
think-
where you need to be.
I'm where I need to be.
Yes.
All right, so we'll take this guy and we'll put this back onto here. And my nose is running.
That's okay. Hey, it's real
then-
life.
Hey, this is kind of like April and it's cold.
Yeah.
A little bit. All right, I'm gonna get this guy pushed back down in there if I can. Not the easiest thing to do. All right, I'll do that in a second. How's that?
Yeah.
I'll just do it in a second.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to wipe my hands off here real quick, and then I'm going to get that stem back in there, and then we'll get you going. All right, so now we're going to get this, what's it called? This,
Valve stem?
The valve stem.
Yeah, the valve stem.
We're going to get it put back in with the tool here.
Right.
Pretty easy, just like the opposite of what we did when we did it.
Right.
So, take it, make sure you got the right way. Put this guy in there. Take the tool. Line that up without your glasses on. Tighten it down. You don't want it too tight, but tight enough. And that part is done. And then all we got to do is pump it up. Let me go get my tire pump and we'll get that going. Great. All right, I got my tire pump here. Get that turned on. I've got that set for 38 pounds of pressure. Go ahead and hook this up to here. You can see that. Maybe I can do it backwards. You can see better. And see, I got this stuff on my fingers. As you can see, I probably should have put on some gloves. But you know what?
It's all right.
That is all right, folks. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start pumping this up. And I will get with you whenever it is pumped up. All right, that is done. I got the air in the tires. I get my fingers cleaned up. So I'm gonna take this off here, get my pump off of here. Well, if I can. All right. Put that to the side. Now we'll just kind of clean everything off. There's my schmutz. That was all over it.
Gross.
Clean my tire off. Making sure I didn't get anything on there. Put my little cap back on. Whoa. I can pick it up.
All part of it.
I got the old people fingers. Anyway, there we go. We got that back on. And, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's as easy as it is.
It's easy.
So what we'll do is that, you know what, I will tell you, what did I learn from this? What I learned from this, it's super easy to do. It's economical.
Yeah, it's cheap insurance for your bike.
Right.
It really is.
Put on some neoprene gloves if you got a little bit, but this little simple washcloth took care of it.
Right.
Wipe it off. It's an insurance policy for your bike. It's a very cheap way of doing what it is that you do on your bike without having to think about having a flat tire. So let's go real quick and test it out on the road, and I'll see you there.
See you there.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So we have gone about, maybe 2 miles, less than 2 miles from our house, and I've had absolutely no problems with the tire as expected, and it's perfectly normal. So just put that flat out into your tire, pump it back up, and you're ready to go. You should be ready for Freddy.
So to wrap up, I just want to let you guys know this stuff is great.
You got the label right way?
I
Yeah,
do.
got the
I
label
do.
the right way.
I'm not a spokesmodel, so I'm doing the best I can.
Right. It is. It's great. It's like I said, just like 2 years ago when I bought it, I was kind of like, well, I've heard that this is really good, and now I know for sure that it's really good. So just go out and get it, because if there's one less thing that you have to worry about, our last video was about hazards. This is just one of the hazards that you do not have to worry about.
Right.
I've run those in there, both my tires, her tires, for the same amount of time.
But I've never had a flat, so.
She's never had a flat with it. I had the flat because it made sense for me to have a flat because my tire completely flew out. But still, it saved me, got me so that I could get home.
Right.
And then actually, since I'm hard-headed, it got me more than home. It got me maybe a couple trips back and forth before my tire came in. So it's good stuff. Make sure you put it in your tire. It's gold.
It's worth it.
And like we said from the beginning, FlatOut, if you're out there,
yes,
we'd like to get a sponsorship, but because we do like your product. But this is the thing. Like I said, we bought this with our own money, and we didn't have to do this video, but
yeah, we
needed to, because if you have an e-bike and you ride it like we do, then it is just insurance.
It's essential.
Yeah, it is. It varies. It's really like if you're going to get insurance for your bike, which we do have insurance and we need to update ours. But anyway, if you get insurance for your bike, this is the same thing. It's just cheap. It's just cheap, and you'll make sure that you
don't get stranded somewhere either.
Okay, enough fanboy about FlatOut, even though you should get some. And what we'll do is that if we have a product that we love, like FlatOut,
we'll let you guys know about it.
We'll let you know. And we'll give you our honest opinion about it. And, since we're not sponsored by anybody, at least not yet, we're going to give you our honest opinion about it.
I'll tell you what, even if we do get sponsored by somebody, it's always going to be an honest opinion.
Well, it depends on how much money they give us, right? No. We are going to make sure that we have the products that we actually use is the products that we will actually be reviewing.
Yeah.
We won't have anything here just to have a money grab, because it's not going to do us any good. It's not going to do you any good.
Right.
So anyway, we want to wrap this video up, and our new tagline is,
go outside.
for heaven's sakes, go outside. Go outside. All right, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
See ya.